Welcome to the Revenge of Podcast, your weekly podcast for all things Revenge of and more. My name is Jeff Iser. Join me as always is Coral Breeden.
Yellow.
And Joe Myers.
Bang, bang, baby.
Bang, bang. What?
Just trying something new. You
All
never
right,
know.
why not? We're doing. Speaking of trying something new, we're recording right now on a Saturday because we got busy lives.
Mm-hmm.
Joe's on set on Monday.
Our normal recording day.
Yeah, and I'm not doing anything, but I don't know how to operate this equipment, so
Yeah, this one's a little outside of the range.
You know what I mean? But so it's Saturday. It's right before Coral's shift. These two came straight from the Watermelon Festival, which no, thank you.
No, not
I
for
like
you.
watermelons. I do not like festivals.
It was just really hot.
It was so hot.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to hop on a plane to go to Vegas, which hopefully it won't be as hot, right?
I mean,
Oh, it's gonna be really hot
You
there.
think it's gonna be hot?
yeah, I think so.
I'm going to a Grateful Dead concert at the Sphere.
That's very you.
Yeah, definitely right up my
Name
alley.
5 Grateful Dead songs.
They don't have
Go.
songs; they just
Go.
have vibes.
Yeah, I was confused about that. Like, what is? I thought it was just like a thing.
Yeah.
It's also
Like-
not the Grateful Dead.
No, it's Dead and Company, but it's like the Grateful Dead with John Mayer.
I love that. It's John fucking Mayer.
Yeah. You think he's gonna play any of his tunes?
I hope so. They'd be the only ones I'd know of.
I heard it was 4 hours long.
That's probably what they tell the Sphere.
Yeah, but there's people that go it's 3 nights in a row. People are
Yeah.
going all 3 nights.
We know people who are going all
Yeah,
3 nights.
it's insane.
Why?
I don't know,
Why?
but maybe I'll get it. Maybe I'll go and I'll be like, oh.
Unless you're doing shrooms or
Kevin is
getting
bringing
real
little
high.
micro candies or something. I don't know
Okay.
if I want to do that, but we'll see.
Yeah, you got to get up early. You probably shouldn't do that.
Does it hurt?
Are you too old to do that?
Well,
Well, hence micro.
I mean,
yeah, it's a
Alright.
tiny little dose.
just be careful, you old man.
I'm just
putting all that
saying
in your body.
you have a schedule to
I know. I have
early
to
in the
fly
morning.
back I'm flying back at 7 in the morning, and then I got to draw a set tomorrow.
What do you think the world looks like at 7 a.m.? Because I'm not convinced you've
In Vegas?
seen it anywhere.
Oh God.
Ew, yeah.
I don't know. Is it even light out?
It should be. We just passed summer solstice.
Mhm.
Molly told me
That's crazy.
Yeah.
she probably charged her crystals.
Maybe I should cancel it. Oh, did she?
Yeah, she charged them.
Yeah. Where'd she
bit.
put them when she charges them?
Don't worry about that.
No, I
pack
wanna
them.
know.
I'll find them later.
Did she put it? Do you have a backyard?
No,
Do you have a patio?
Yeah.
Did she put
Yeah.
the crystals on the patio?
I'm not allowed on the patio, so probably.
You're not allowed on the patio?
I get high and I stand out there like I'm on the Titanic, and I'm just like,
Oh,
king of the world.
You don't
King of-
want to fall off the thing.
Yeah.
I wanna-
Yeah.
It's something stupid.
That happens though. People fall off things and they just they're dead. You know? You don't
Yeah.
want to do that.
No, I don't.
Go on.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah, tell
saying.
me more.
I've
Yeah.
seen it. I've seen
What
it
is
happen.
the-
Wow.
Do you have the statistics for that?
Yeah, I mean, it's like 1 in 10.
One
in
in
10?
1 in 10 people
What in
fall
10
off the
what?
balcony.
Fall off or fall off and die?
Yeah,
Or,
yeah, all of it, all of it.
like
That-
just
no.
1 out of 10 people in the world fall off and die?
Listen, I'm not a esthetician, so I can't. I don't know the finer details of the statistics, but all I know is that people fall off things and they die.
That's true.
It happens
That's
all
true.
the time.
Yeah.
This is a very like factual and true
Yeah,
podcast.
that's
So
why
we're
I don't get
fine.
on ladders. You know.
We're here about honesty on the
Mhm.
podcast
Yeah.
until we're about lies.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm going to a Grateful Dead concert. I feel like we should talk about our Shrek night yesterday.
Yeah.
It was.
Green?
It was good. Yeah, it was a very slow day. I don't know why that is. Maybe everyone's at the fucking Dead and Company
Everyone's
concert.
a Dead and Co.
It's summer solstice.
But Kenzie and Coral decided to go full Shrek all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
You went hard.
I did. And then yep. You know what's fucked up is I didn't want to put the paint on.
Yeah.
And Kenzie, we got the mirror out, set it up, and she
Yeah.
was like, let's just do it. And I was like, no, come on. She's like, stop being a puss. So I did it.
Yeah.
And then she didn't want to do it afterwards.
Really?
She put the paint on and was like, we shouldn't have done this. And I was like, fuck you.
She's been talking about it for weeks.
I know. She
Yeah.
don't-
But
no.
she got grease paint, and that's like a thing. I
What the
think
hell
for
is
all
grease
day.
paint?
It's like an oil based makeup instead of like
It just stays wet.
yeah.
That's gross.
It kind of like sweats if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It's like what clowns used to use a lot.
Oh.
Oh. She kept crying, but not like because she was upset, but the fumes kept going into her eyes. And they were just like, she was over there just blinking tears.
Yeah, that's a commitment to something. I don't know.
I will say at the end of the day, she turned to me and she was like, I think I'm just gonna Uber myself some makeup wipes because I don't have any and I cannot go into a grocery store looking like this.
It was pretty funny though. After her shift, she just posted up at the bar in the back, all Shrek'd up.
Yeah,
handing out dirt and worms to people.
they were delicious, by the way.
They were great.
Yeah.
Right when I decided Shrek Night was over, which was like 8:55. I was like, okay, we're close enough to 9. This is done. I turned all the lights back to normal. I turned the music. I put on Chapel Roan because I figured, I'll do something for Kenzie.
So after her whole Shrek Night,
yeah, but she like committed and it
Whole
was pretty
weekend.
miserable. Yeah.
she's probably still green.
It took me an hour.
Yeah, Molly's crotch is still green.
Yeah, that ain't ever
Jesus.
gonna come out. That swamp is swamp.
Oh Jesus,
Oh,
that is
no.
coral swamp now. Anyway, I turned off Shrek Night. I left the movies play, but then as soon as I did that, there was a pack of like 6 girlinas that rolled in, all wearing Shrek ears.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Swing low, sweet cherry.
Yeah, Booby's out. Did you see that
I
picture?
did see that photo. I was like,
Ooh,
damn.
doggy.
I'm so glad I was not there.
Getting weird in this swamp.
Yeah, I was like, these are some boobies.
And then there's Kenzie in the front of the photo, just like trying to keep her eyes from like
I'm
crying.
not crying. Yeah.
Yeah. So I felt bad.
I've got to say, you take excellent photos of Kenzie for social media.
Yeah.
If
Thank
everyone.
you.
God.
Everybody,
Yeah.
I got a lot of good comments on her standing in the background of the opening video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because I had her just stand there.
What were some of your favorites?
I mean, it was mostly emojis. Like fire. And
Oh,
like
fire.
Laughing, crying.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
We actually got a couple of messages that I didn't realize we even got because they were in the like request folder, and it was like Chaz. And
Oh,
he was
Chaz?
Like, he was like 10 out of 10 on your picture.
Oh, girl.
He should have
Yeah.
come.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But anyway, it was Shrek Night, and then we did Sopranos Night, which I'm not going to be there for because I'm going to be at Dead and Co. What are you wearing for Sopranos?
I got you saw my outfit's hanging up in the Jeep.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
I was wondering why there was clothes in the Jeep.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
never know.
All right, what are you going as?
I don't know. I don't know any of the characters. I just Googled their outfits, and then I had a shirt, some slacks, and
But
shiny
we
shoes.
wanted to. Kenzie and I really wanted you to go as a Bada Bing girl.
Oh, the stripper girls?
Yeah.
What,
Yeah,
what am I,
stripper
where am I supposed to bada bing?
I don't know. I mean, you could
Bada
just
bing,
put on
bada
a
bing.
wig, put on like a Beyonce wig and like,
Yeah,
a bikini.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
some
I'll go. Yeah,
heels.
because I got a bikini in the car. I'll put
I
that-
want to see you in full lady drag someday.
in lady drag. What do you
Yeah.
mean?
I want you to get like done up like you're going to the Oscars or something.
Oh my god!
Like makeup, we'll put on like hair and like a dress.
we'll put on hair. What do you-
Well, I mean, I don't know if we can work with what you got there, so you might have to use like a wig or something.
okay. Is this a paid thing?
I mean, it depends, I suppose.
Okay.
We can make a whole event.
I'm not just gonna like come to the store. Actually, don't make a whole event. What
Yeah,
the
we
hell?
could do like a choral makeover weekend.
Yeah, what's that show where they take like the ugly people and they change their lives and then
Queer Eye,
Queer
that
Eye.
no, there is Queer Eye. Happy Pride.
the Swan,
Hoarders.
the Swan.
Is that no? Is it? It's an older TV show where it's like, yeah, it's basically Queer Eye. And I remember they would have all your family and friends open up the door, and you walk down a runway, and you get like plastic surgery.
Oh,
hair.
Swan,
That
I
was the
think.
Swan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
There
a
was a
swan,
show that I didn't work on that Joe Kuntz worked on back in the day. I forget what it was called. It was a 51 Minds show, and I think it was on E, and it was like women competing to get plastic surgery for their wedding.
Ooh.
What was that called? It had a really stupid name.
That's
It was awful. That was back in
Yeah.
the heyday of reality when we were like, let's see how gross we can be.
Yeah.
You know, we did this. Speaking of reality TV and being gross,
You break it, you buy it.
we did this challenge back in the day. It was a spinoff. She was one of the chickadees from season 2, I think.
okay.
She had like throat tats and big old titties. I actually took naked photos of her. This is all part of the same story, actually. So we did a challenge on the show where I had to make a fake porn mag of her.
Okay.
So, and the guys had to then pleasure themselves to the porn mag.
Okay.
And then we had a doctor come in and measure their sperm count. And the highest sperm count would win.
What?
We filmed this whole thing. It got cut from the show because it was so awful. But did you know about that?
I feel like you told me about it, but it is one of those things that to like hear the story just sounds so crazy.
Yeah. So we made.
I can't believe it's the kind of thing that you're like, I can't believe we actually got to the point where we filmed it.
Why did you have to take the photos?
Well, because I was the art director.
Okay.
And so
it was the Wild West of reality TV back then.
Yeah, and I had to do. I mean, the art director during the show has to make everything. You make all the props, all the everything. So like, and I had a team of people, obviously, but it was me and my friend Alexis. She was the set decorator at the time. And we were like, all right, and the director, and we all went and took all these like naked photos of her. It was awful because she was like really into it, and she was like full naked.
Was there music playing?
No.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
I always like wonder whenever they have to do like scenes or pictures. It's like, are you playing anything in the background, or am I just gonna be naked here, just like silence?
Yeah, it was pretty awful. And then we had to put together these little kits for each of the guys that had like a little specimen cup and the porn mag and like little wipes.
And stuff. Reality TV is just
I mean, it didn't make television because it was a little too far.
Yeah, I would have been pissed if I did all that and I'm like, when's it air? And they're like, actually, it doesn't.
Anyway.
It's actually probably one of the things that if you were one of the guys, you'd be like, thank God.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, this is a very roundabout story getting back to how we're doing Coral makeover night at the store.
God, we just drift so far.
I know. We know a bunch of people that are in beauty industries. Like Sherry could come do your hair, and like who else? I'm sure we know people that do makeup.
Yeah.
We get Lucas to come back and do makeup for you.
Okay.
And then surely we know like a stylist of some kind.
Yeah,
I got
probably.
style.
Sure.
I'll figure
This is our wedding gift to you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because then you get some practice before you walk down the aisle.
Fuck you guys.
Yeah. What are you wearing to your wedding?
I'm probably gonna wear a tux. What do you mean?
If like bolo tie?
Maybe. I don't know. I was talking to Molly about that because
are we thinking like blue pantsuit like Brandi Carlile or black and white?
Brandi Carlile's got some lesbian style.
You got
who is that one?
She she's the biggest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All country singer, I think.
Oh, no. Probably I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Maybe brown.
Brown.
You should check her style though.
Okay, Brandi Carlile style.
Yeah.
Yeah. She wears like sick tuxes, and she's got like the cool lesbian hair that's like,
or her cowboy hats are pretty great. Cowgirl hats.
Yeah, and then she wears like Gucci sneakers, just like class it up.
But my face doesn't work for like different hairstyles. Like,
I mean, we've never seen any.
Yeah, but what do you mean? Kenzie straightened her hair once, and that day was horrible.
That was bad for all of us.
She regretted that immediately.
Yeah,
so
that's
did
like
I.
me being, I guess, a man. I was like, I didn't even notice your hair was different. I was like, God, no, I don't know. We'll think about that.
Yeah, when was the last time you changed your hair up?
Like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to wear it down, but I'm always like I'm a sweaty bitch, so it's like it doesn't like look at me, I'm sweating now.
I know. Well, it is like 100 degrees in this thing.
Yeah, it's warm.
Well, normally we also do this at like 5 p.m., so it's like a little cooler outside.
And we've had the AC running for a little while.
It's like 2 in the afternoon on a hot ass day.
And now I think I'm
warming.
stressed about walking in a dress.
Yeah,
because it's just like, I don't know. My dick is too big for me to like walk like that. So.
If you say things like that on the podcast, people are going to think you're walking around out here with a dick.
Huge.
Not
dick.
that it's a bad thing.
Listen, everybody, just that was my dick.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
The camera's all shut.
Oh my God.
There's an earthquake in the recording
The
booth.
whole goddamn booth just
Relax,
fell over.
everybody. It's just my dick.
Oh, Jesus. Oh God.
Man, you get a little bit of watermelon in her.
Yeah, now she's all tipsy too.
I know. Yeah. Ugh.
I don't even know where to go from there. So we finished our Showgirls viewing last week. It's still Pride Month for this week, but we didn't watch anything because we're ill prepared.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're going to do is we're going to check in with our friend Hannah Rose May, and we're going to listen to the interview we did with her
and her Hannah's upcoming comic book.
Yeah,
Haunting or the Exorcism at 1600 Penn.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty good. Coral knew all about that, right?
Yeah, I just read Rogue's Gallery.
You did?
Yeah, I read the fuck out of that.
What'd you think?
I opened it up, and the first 2 pages, I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Because I was like, what lingo? I was like, I can't read a whole book like this. I don't understand what they're saying. But third page, it's pretty great.
Yeah. I forget how it starts. It starts in a way where you're like, huh? And then it changes, right? Like, it's like is it the guys like planning to go?
Well, she said it's supposed to be like bad dialogue and like bad like writing or whatever.
Yeah.
Because they're like watching a show being like ruined.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
I read it, girl.
Yeah.
I know.
God dang.
Yeah.
No, I enjoyed it. It was only like what, 4 issues, 5 issues?
I think
6?
4.
I
like
think
that?
it was.
What's it?
I think it was 6.
7.
It's right. It's right in there. It's
Yeah,
limited
it's somewhere.
series size,
Huh.
so 4 to 6.
Don Cheadle's production company bought the rights to it.
Yeah.
I think she talks about it a little bit in our interview.
Oh,
She
nice.
does.
You know Don Cheadle?
I love Don.
Yeah. Do you know him?
Yeah, great
Do
dude,
you really-
man.
Yeah. What was your favorite thing he was in?
One of Cheadle's.
Oh, the Cheadles?
Cheadle's. Yeah.
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 Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't see that one.
No.
When?
mm-mm.
What year did that come out?
Don't worry about it. You're too old to get it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay. I enjoyed him as War Machine in the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Tony Stark's friend, who's also in. You've seen a Marvel movie, right?
Yeah, but who the fuck's War Machine?
Who the fuck's War Machine?
Which one is War Machine?
He's in Iron
Tony's
Man
fr-
2.
Yeah, he's Tony's friend who gets the other Iron Man suit.
He's got the silver suit.
Oh yeah, War Machine. Yeah, he's in the military guy.
Yeah.
He's in Captain America.
I didn't know his name was War Machine.
You work at a comic book store.
I do pinball.
Oh my god.
Fair.
Yeah,
All
that's
right. Well, before we get into Hannah's interview, I will say that next week, since it is or next episode, since it is no longer Pride Month, we are going to watch a film that I think is a perfect way to segue from Pride into the rest of the year. We're going to watch Terrifier 2.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm actually excited.
Yeah.
The first time I saw it, I mean, it was a wild ride. Okay, that being said, let's go check in with Hannah Rose May. Also, before we jump into that, I need to plug our Patreon, which I think has like, I don't know, 4 subscribers or something.
6.
Hell
6
yeah.
subscribers.
Nice.
Hey.
Bingo, bango. We're halfway there.
We're grateful for all of you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we launched our Patreon because we wanted to start doing more interviews with writers and artists and friends of ours out there that are cool. But we got to figure out a way to like support this and help us make it better content.
Yeah, it helps us keep the equipment upkeep. And,
Yeah,
you know,
basically
the extra time.
everything that we make from this is going into Coral's makeover. So we got
Yeah.
a long
Yeah.
way to go.
Make me pretty, babies.
So you can head over to patreon.com/revengeof. Yes.
Yep.
And there's and you can sign up there, and you can also go to the link in our bio in our Instagram, and there's it's the thing. You hit it on the profile, and then it takes you to a thing, and it's like a little mini website. It's got all kinds of goodies in
shit.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, we've
Nice.
already got both of our interviews with Scott Koblish and Jerry Duggan
Yeah.
have been posted.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. There's video content there. There's the audio content for the interviews. There's some good shit in there. We've done some like full length interviews with people. All right, let's check in with Hannah. Okay, we're here with our friend, writer, actress, and a bunch of other hyphenates, I'm sure, Hannah Rose May.
Hello.
Thank you for coming.
welcome.
Thank you so
We're
much.
just getting into the groove of this whole like having guests on the podcast thing. So we're trying to get our friends in first so we can like have a comfortable intro to it. So thank you for coming.
Oh my God, I am so honored.
Yeah.
I'm blessed.
You've got a lot going on. I start every conversation like that because doesn't everyone has a lot going
Everyone
on? I feel
does,
like.
yeah.
So you're basically telling me you're not being genuine.
No, but you actually do have a lot going on. And you've got a new project coming up that I don't even know. I don't think either of us know what it is quite yet. Do you want to jump right into that and talk about that? Okay, so go ahead.
It's so funny because we're recording this podcast the day before it's being announced.
Yeah.
So I'm like still scared to say it out loud.
Yeah.
Because like I've been like, you can't say anything
Oh, yeah.
until it's announced. So my next original series, obviously my first original series was Rogues Gallery with Image Comics.
Amazing.
Which started this whole crazy journey. And yeah, when Rogues came out, funnily enough, I had met my editor on it, Heather Antos. I had already said, like, they were like, I'm sure you're gonna have plenty of ideas after this. Like, I already have another idea. And they were like, what? And I was like, I already have my next series that I want to do. But I don't know if anyone's gonna want to hear anything from me again after Rogues Gallery. So like, let's see if people like it. And then I'll tell you what it is. Because I was terrified. I was like, oh my God, let's see what the response is to Rogues. But yeah, so literally when Rogues Gallery came out at San Diego Comic-Con, I verbally said the title to Mark Doyle over at IDW Comics, where Heather Antos works. And on the title alone, he was like, I want it. And I was like, oh my gosh. So then I literally went home that weekend after con and started breaking this series. So it's been in my mind and existed for like 2 years.
Yeah.
So it's been a long time. So I'm, as you can tell, that's why I'm so scared to even say it out loud, because I've had to keep it secret.
We won't tell anyone.
No.
The FBI, the CIA. Okay, the title is called The Exorcism at 1600 Pen.
Oh, okay.
I like that.
I like that too. That's cool.
Yeah, I basically was like, wouldn't it be fun to do an exorcism in the White House?
Yeah.
I feel like I've just loved exorcisms. I've like grown up loving them, and I feel like they're kind of like vampires, a whole other topic. Been one of those things that you can just do them in different settings and you can play on the tropes. And I love horror genre tropes in general. I think like, obviously like Scream and The Purge, like those things those concepts that do play on tropes are like, they just really sing to me.
Yeah.
And I think exorcisms are just one of those things that you can get like really freaking weird with the tropes.
Oh, yeah.
But I wanted it in like a crazy location. I was like, well, what about the most famous house in the world? So yeah, it's really fun. I'm very excited about it. Obviously, I'm telling the audience what it is, but in the title, we're not. But I have to subvert expectations a little bit. So of course, there's things in there that you wouldn't expect. I don't want to obviously give away too much, but yeah, I'm very excited about it. It's coming out with IDW. The first issue will be out right before New York Comic Con.
Oh, cool.
So,
October.
Yeah, that's great. That's perfect.
Yeah, so it's coming out on the 16th of October. New York Comic Con's the 17th. Don't know when you're doing the Revenge of Block Party. Please do it after.
It will be somewhere in there. I'm actually meeting with those guys in a couple days to like iron out exactly when it's happening. Yeah, for sure. Wow, that's very cool. So,
do you want to see some covers?
I do. Yeah. Can we see some?
Yeah, sure.
How many issues are you doing?
So they actually, I think you're going to get the exclusive on this one.
Scoop away.
Yeah.
Right.
I originally wrote it as a 5-issue series.
Yeah.
4 was obviously what I did Rogues Gallery in. Yeah. A lot of places want 4 these days, or else they're doing like 3-issue jumbos. I wrote it as 5, and up until like 2 weeks ago, we'd actually decided to make the first 2 issues a jumbo.
Oh, cool.
But for the same price of 1.
Yeah.
So the audience is going to get the first 2 issues in 1.
Nice.
Which is great. I was like, I don't know, it's your money. If you want to do it, that's great. Yeah, so we were all for it as long as like they didn't up the price, because comics are already expensive.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're getting 2 for the price of 1.
That's
so.
cool.
great.
That's a good push. I mean, there's a couple of things that have been doing that recently, and people are into that, like getting a big, thick one to start out.
And it was already 22 pages, so you're getting 44.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so like that's a decent amount. So
Cool.
yeah, the 16th of October you'll have it. But we're also doing a preview at San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh,
Oh,
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
You getting an ash can or whatever?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we're doing an ash can. I'll be there signing on the Thursday and Friday.
Yeah.
I've never done an ash can. This is all new to me.
Yeah.
It's very different working with obviously like Image is like you do everything yourself, you know,
Yeah.
like you're the marketer, you're the director, you're like everything. So this is like a first for me working with like a publisher that has like a full house and everything. It's very nice. It is very nice. So every time they email me and they're like, hey, we're thinking about doing a jump, I was like, your money. Hey, we're thinking about doing an
Whatever you
Ashcan.
want.
Yeah, your money. I get to reap the benefits.
Yeah. Who are you working with for art? Who's doing the art?
My dream, like literally my dream. When I met Mark and was telling Vanessa, that was the name of the artist anyway, when I was telling Heather about the concept, immediately I was like think about the art from Vanessa Del Rey. That was like my dream scenario, because like Redlands, Scarlet Witch, like that like sketchy in tone, but never thought I could get her. You know, she's doing Basic Instinct
That's
right
what I
now.
was gonna say.
Yeah, and her
Very
covers for
cool.
Basic Instinct,
Amazing.
so good. I just feel like she's fit. And dare I say, I actually think this is some of her best work.
Yeah.
I'll show you guys in tears when we're
Oh,
off
yeah.
camera. We have Vanessa Del Rey on art and Jordi Belair, Eisner winning colorist.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we have
Wow.
Hassan doing letters, who also did them on Rogues, who I think we all know Hassan is like one of the best letterers in the business.
Yeah.
I don't know if he sleeps.
A lot of these people, I'm like, you are a robot for sure.
Yeah.
Literally. I'm like, I need to do more. I need to work harder. I'm very excited about it. I can't believe that I can't believe I'm even getting to write for these people to touch this material.
It sounds like
Yeah.
a great team.
It's an insane team. I'm going to show you guys some covers.
Oh my
I'm gonna get
god.
that up.
Wow.
So this is obviously without the title. This is going to be the cover for 2. I'm going to have to show you guys
If you
off
go
camera.
up and over,
Off camera.
Off
Yeah.
camera.
Oh
wow.
yes.
that's great.
It's
That's
cool,
really
right?
cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I love when we see
I'll
things
show you
off
ones you
camera.
can't see. I'll show you some you can see on camera.
Okay.
All right. This one's going to be in the announcement,
Yeah.
which technically would have just happened.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
That's really cool.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
It's pretty powerful, right?
Yeah, super powerful.
Stephanie Hands. This
Oh,
is,
yeah.
Yeah, this is from Stephanie Hands.
That's amazing.
Let me show you.
People are gonna freak out.
Let me show you Vanessa's ones that's in the announcement. 1 second.
Oh yeah, we'll
Brief
chop it
interview.
out. I was gonna ask what kind of research you had to do, and obviously this is like a bigger conversation we can have after we look at this. But like, did you go to the White House? Like, what kind of?
I built White House Lego.
Oh,
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was my research. Hold on, let me show you.
And I mean, the White House has a ton of weird like history to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not to mention kind of like all the bad juju over the years that have probably like sunk
The
into
White House is
walls.
haunted. I think
100%.
It has to be.
it is freaking haunted. I think we can all agree that the White House is haunted. I could have just done like a haunting, but I'm like, everyone knows it's already haunted.
Yeah.
But an exorcism, I think, okay, here we go. This is Vanessa's
Oh my
cover.
That's
God.
really cool.
And,
Whoa.
I will say, I actually think some of the best covers haven't I can't even share with you yet. There's
Yeah.
another Vanessa cover that's coming. We have 4 covers on one.
Yeah.
Vanessa's other cover, I prefer, but IDW like this one. So as we know,
It's
their
very
money.
cool. Yeah. Wow.
But no, I'm very excited about it. But no, I've just always I think in general as a European, I've been obsessed with the White House. Like it's like literally, arguably, probably the most famous house in the world.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
it's iconic. And I can't imagine what goes on there. I really hope. I was debating on potentially mailing them this, but I might get put on like a terrorist list. They might see it as trash. But I would love for them to invite me in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that would be amazing.
That would be
Signing
really-
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like holding the exorcism at the White House in the White House. Dream big.
That's amazing.
Be fun, and it's also like the first female president.
Yeah.
Nice.
So imagine being the first female president, and the scrutiny that's going to eventually come with that, because I hope that we do see that.
Yeah.
And trying to keep do an exorcism in the White House, but keep it quiet.
Yeah.
Think about the
Clandestine.
media.
That's awesome.
So yeah, there's a lot of obviously commentary in this. Like Rogues Gallery, I play with the media a lot, and you're seeing
Yeah.
it from both sides throughout the book. Yeah, I'm very excited about it. I hope readers like it too.
I'm excited about it too. And
Yeah.
I'm stoked.
Like the combination of the two things is exciting for sure. Like if it was just an exorcism book, I mean, because it's you, I'd be excited. But in the White House that's crazy.
That's the most interesting part. The exorcism is like background noise. No, I'm joking. If anyone loves exorcism, there's so much of it. But no, it's very fun. It's really about like relationships and faith. And I, coming from Ireland, grew up in a very Irish Catholic family. Served mass, literally. Had been around nuns and priests my whole existence. And then converted to Judaism. That's a whole other story. But I'm very, very fully versed in religion, and it's like interested me. So I think like playing with that and just like the belief in faith in general, and like Again, I can't say too much because there is like obviously twists and turns, or else you wouldn't want to pick up the next issue.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be going telling people the title and then being like, "What the heck are we in for?"
That's the beauty of that title is you don't have to say much else. Yeah, it's like it gets you excited and
I
it
got
tells
the
you what it
yes
is.
without pitching the series.
Yeah,
Which
is
amazing.
awesome. Perfect title.
Yeah. Now I'm like, damn, I gotta pick good titles from here on out.
What would you say is like your favorite like exorcism media out there? Like barring the Exorcist, obviously, but like anything that comes to mind that you like drew off of?
I mean, the original, The Exorcist.
Obviously,
Like, it's so iconic. Like, but it's not in the exorcism world, and I, don't want anyone coming for me.
Oh God, I know, right?
As someone who obviously like creates intellectual property, I'm very aware of like not stepping on someone else's.
Yeah.
So you can play with tropes, but not like rip something off.
100%.
I definitely think the original, and there's been good stuff since, but like nothing beats the original.
I know.
Yeah.
So that's why like I wouldn't even dare be in that world. Hence why I'm like, we're going to a new location.
Right. I guess that takes a lot of the pressure off because you have the like awesome location to fall on and with like an insane history.
Yeah.
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 And there's so much happening within our story too, like which you'll see and you'll read about, especially now because the first 2 issues, that like it's so hard to talk about something that has been announced because I don't know what they're gonna say.
Yeah.
But obviously there's like you're in for a ride.
Yeah.
You know, like because I think about it, anyone listens like, how could you tell an exorcism over 5 issues? Of course. So there's obviously other things at play.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I am very excited about it and very looking forward to like having a book out again. It's so fun. And around Halloween too. Like there's so much happening around.
Oh yeah, perfect timing.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Rogues Gallery.
Yeah.
Which I loved before we even knew you, and before I even knew who wrote it. I loved it. We were pushing it to everyone, and we were selling out. But yeah, that's a great book. Are you going to do more Rogues Gallery?
Yeah, me and Justin Mason, my artist in Rogues Gallery, who went on to be like the Marvel Spider-Punk artist.
Yeah.
He's killing it. We always saw Rogues Gallery as like a 3. We had 3 issues and 3 volumes in our mind. But there's obviously entertainment stuff at play now with Rogues.
Yeah.
That we codename it Rogues in the group. There's bigger things at play.
Right.
But yes, we do see it as like a 3
volume.
3 volumes.
Cool.
But I kind of like the idea that when we pick up in volume 2, that the same amount of time has passed.
Oh yeah.
Because like there was always going to be a couple of years. So yeah, we will be coming back, but by no means you have to have read the first one. It will just serve you.
Oh, cool.
It will serve you really well if you have.
Yeah.
But like you don't have to necessarily. It's kind of be like you could read them in different order if that makes sense.
Yeah, I like that. I like when comics do that. It makes me as a reader feel like more inclined to like pick up the new one without having to go backwards, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really intimidating when you see something and it's like, issue 44.
Yeah. Well, like Something's Killing the Children just ran into that problem. They've got 5 years of continuous stories, so they're taking basically the rest of
what
the
a
year
success
off.
though.
Yeah.
Like, crazy.
Great for them.
And that's another robot out there, James Tynion. Like you just pumping them out, and they're all great.
Another person who I don't understand is like, Are You Sleeping?
Yeah. When do you sleep?
Yeah, big fan.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Yeah, the new run for Something's Killing Children is like each.
Wait, James Tynion? I thought it was Tinian, which
I
would
know.
make. But you just made so much sense. Why
It's
he's called Tiny Onion?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
We
Oh my
were going
gosh.
Tinian forever, and then I came across an interview, and they finally said it, and
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh shit! It's
Shit,
Tinian."
you've been saying it wrong this whole time.
I get
know.
really insecure about people's last names to the
Yeah.
point that sometimes I just say their first names because I'm like, I don't even want to try.
Yeah, we're working on some stuff in their orbit, and they keep calling him JT4,
Oh,
which is
That's
like.
beep boop.
Yeah,
Definitely
exactly.
Okay. But no, the new run that he's doing is like each issue is like its own thing.
Okay.
It's still Erica Slaughter, but it's like a different story each time.
But that's the best, and it's like what our friends are doing, Pat
Yeah,
Oswalt and Jordan
yeah.
Blum. Like it serves you if you have been along for the whole journey, but you're not at loss if you pick up like Minor Threats of the Alternates. Like you can
Yeah.
do it, and I think that's just the best way, because to expect someone to like have to tune in, and also like things sell out too. Like sometimes it's hard to like get
Yeah.
your hands on something. But yeah, I think that's the best way for it. But yes, I thank you so much for loving Rogues.
Yeah.
Rogues Gallery.
Thank you for writing it.
Yeah, that was a funny one for me because obviously it was the first, and as I said, I had no idea if anyone would want to like. They were like, "Why are you writing a comic book?" I had no idea if anyone was like going to want to hear from me again. But yeah, the success of that was like it still shocks me.
Yeah. How did that all come about? Like, how did you get into writing comics?
Well, it's funny because we actually mentioned our friend Jerry Duggan earlier.
Yeah.
I've obviously been a diehard fan of Jerry Duggan, Mark Silvestri, like all of those guys. Mark particularly, any of the folks who touched Image, like all of the original Image guys. And, you know, for years, I obviously got my start in modeling. Not the most fulfilling job in the world. You know, I never felt like I earned anything, if that makes sense. Like, even though I was like, having success and making more money than I had ever made and able to like travel and do things. And I remember I was even like, I had a billboard in Times Square, which was obviously like it's a big success. And I remember like that being the like thing I wanted to get to in modeling. And then I got there and I still just didn't feel like I did it for me. It's like, oh, like, how do you say this without sounding like you have like a little cock? But, but like, I was there because I had won a genetic lottery.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't there because I worked for it. Even though, like, obviously modeling took a lot out of me and I had to travel and do castings and I had to stay a certain way and stay fit and whatever else. But, like, that was, like, what you do on the daily usually as a person, you know, for your own.
Yeah.
So I just never felt like I earned anything. And I was always so insecure that, like, I didn't get to go to college and I didn't have, like, an education. I just wasn't fulfilled. And, so I started writing reviews anonymously for comic books.
Oh, wow.
Moral of the story. I started writing comic book reviews anonymously.
Wow.
Yes, online. And they started to get some traction. And then I, you know, after I kind of got like a bit of confidence, I was like, maybe I can put my name on a couple of these reviews. Like, after I'd been doing it for a long time. And I put my name on a couple of them, a handful. And that led to me then getting asked to be on panels at Comic-Cons.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And my first interview was Jerry Duggan.
Whoa. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
The first person I interviewed was Jerry Duggan. And I just remember Jerry come up to me afterwards and he was just so endearing. And he was like, you knew so much. Like, he was like, how the heck did you know about analog? Which at the time hadn't really even, like, people hadn't heard about it, hadn't been announced yet. Don't even know how I'd found out. Like, because I was in all these, like, little, being a fake person on the internet myself, I was in all the little fake internet threads and all the, you know. So I knew that Jerry had that book Analog coming out, and I had asked about it on the panel. Like, I could just see his face being like, huh? I just loved it, and I realized that like I was just so fulfilled reading other people's work. I was getting more fulfillment, like having my finger on like the inside of comic books, even though like I wasn't necessarily being applauded for it. I didn't need to be, but I felt like I was being a part of something. So yeah, when the pandemic hit, I was just at home and lonely and like everyone else scared that I just was going to go insane if I didn't utilize like my time. So I just started writing, and it was for me. It really was like mostly for me, to prove to myself that I even like could do it. I never thought anyone was going to see it. Never thought it was going to be an Image book, that's for sure. I never thought it'd be successful or being like turned into, an
Yeah.
entertainment-y thingy. But so that's basically what happened, was that I just started writing in the pandemic, and then I started like getting the confidence to talk to the people that I had made friends with throughout the years being in the comic book industry. And it was such a warm response. And I think it was so warm was because I had been in this space for so long.
Yeah.
And because I knew the medium and I obviously studied the medium, that everyone took my inquiries very seriously. And I really did appreciate that. And hats off to Declan Shalvey, Irish creator, who, knocked on Image's door for me.
Wow.
Yeah, because Eric Stevenson had no idea who I was, but Declan has a long history over at Image. So yeah, that was the confidence that they needed to publish the book, and I didn't have to pitch it anywhere else.
Wow.
Straight
That's awesome.
It's a crazy origin story. I didn't know any of that, actually.
I just love the medium so much. But so basically, I left all my modeling agencies in the pandemic when I started writing, because I also think the pandemic was one of those things that I feel like made us all realize, what the heck are we doing?
What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing with our time?
Yeah.
And that, I realized that I was kind of happy in the pandemic.
We kind of all were.
Yeah, it was like the world shut down, and obviously I was fucking terrified
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
else. But I realized that I didn't have to go to this casting. I didn't have to do this thing. I didn't have to be a clothes hanger anymore. And I just was so fulfilled not doing those things. But then I was also but I still need to make a living.
Yeah.
So, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
I made the full jump from, and I knew to leave all the agencies was the only way that I was going to do it too, because they weren't really taking me seriously. They were like, Hannah and her little comic books. It's cute that you have a hobby. But yeah, now obviously a year and a half, 2 years on, obviously to have Harley Quinn, Star Trek, have this new original series, I have another original series in the works, and people actually come to me to write things now. It's still flabbergasting, but I've truly never been happier.
Well, thank you for coming by
gosh.
today and chatting with us. Is there anything you want to plug? We've been plugging stuff all day, but anything you want to plug on the way out?
I obviously just wrote Star Trek Celebrations for Pride.
Yeah.
That was my first time touching anything in the Star Trek franchise, which was very cool. I got to write Lower Decks,
Awesome.
which I freaking love that IP.
Yeah.
Please save Lower Decks.
Save it.
Right?
What the heck is happening
It's
now?
the only good thing out there.
with
now.
With the Paramount Skydance merger that just happened.
Yeah. There's got to be a home for it.
Has to be.
Gotta be.
Save it. So I can keep writing Lower Decks. So yeah, I just wrote that. So please, obviously Rogues Gallery is in trade. You can get that at your local comic shop.
Hey-o.
Revenge of. And The Exorcism at 1600 Pen is coming out on October 16th. And there is a preview at San Diego Comic-Con. I will be signing on Thursday and Friday. And I'll also be signing for the whole of New York Comic-Con.
Awesome.
Ooh. All right. Well,
Nailed
thank
it.
you for coming by. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Hannah Rose May. Ooh, Hannah Rose May, ladies and gentlemen. How does that
Always a
make you
delight.
feel, Coral?
That's a nice lady.
Yeah,
She
Coral's
is.
obsessed. It's fine. So anyway, you can check out the video for that over on the Patreon, and there are. So right now, and we might edit this, because I feel like
This is our first month.
This is our first month, and we shot high, and there. I do want to get this content to people because there's some good stuff. So right now there are 4 tiers.
Okay.
Okay. The first tier is $2 a month. It's
Wow.
called the Narrow Beam. It gets you full video access of every podcast episode, so you can see Coral doing this.
and her.
In my dick.
And that, you can see Coral's dick. Exclusive updates on what's happening for the podcast as well as the store, and our eternal gratitude. Your support keeps our space station running.
Mm-hmm.
That's the $2 tier. The $5 tier is the Sub Beam. It gives you exclusive bonus mini podcast episodes, recurring with rotating topics posted at least twice a month, which we need to do.
Yep.
We're going to shoot our first one this week and put it up. So look out for that. The Broad Beam, which is $10 a month, that gives you these interviews that we've been filming with people. So
That's a deal, baby.
that is a deal. We might change that. We'll see. We don't have any subscribers on that level yet, so I really want to get this stuff out there. So we might
want people to see
edit this
things
a little bit. And then the Mega Beam, which is the if you're real horny for us, $25 a month, and that gives you exclusive sale codes every week, and also early access to merch drops
Every month.
every month. Yeah, every month. So you get a new sale code every month. which can be like buy one get one free graphic novels and like shit like that. So it's
Sick.
it could be worth it.
Yeah.
If you're, like I said, if you're real horny for us. I wanted to talk about one thing that Coral doesn't know about before we go. It's a running joke on the stream.
Oh no, you're gonna break her heart
where
here.
Everyone, and it's been like 4 weeks now.
Jeff's like, I'm gonna break her heart right before I leave town, so I don't have to deal with the tears.
Every week on the stream for like a month now, we've been going, okay, everyone, like promise us, do not tell Coral about this. And then we talk about this specific comic book, and it's gotten to the point where like I'll bring up something and they'll be like, don't tell Coral, like all these people.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's a whole thing. You would know if you watched the stream.
I try to, but Instagram is laggy as fuck.
Well,
and I don't know how to work YouTube.
So anyway, we're like, don't tell Coral. But I wanted to do it on the podcast.
What?
You're so hateful. You're filled with so much.
So
hate.
there's this event going on right now with Marvel called Blood Hunt.
Okay.
Yeah. The big bad of the whole thing and kind of like the crux of everything that we're getting to, aquatic vampires.
Are you fucking serious?
It's been a couple of issues now where Black Panther has been underwater with the aquatic vampire.
Are you fucking for real?
It's about to show up on covers.
Yeah. It's a kind of a bit. It's like everything has been leading up to this aquatic vampire situation.
Fuck you, Marvel. What the hell? They listened to this, and I told you someone would take it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the Wolverine cover.
Oh, you dumb ass. Everybody on the stream's gonna get it. I'm coming in hot Tuesday. Y'all better be prepared for that. And Molly's gonna figure out YouTube for me.
Yeah.
Are you fucking for real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget what they call them. Aquos vampire or something.
Aquos Vampira?
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
They call them aquatic vampires, I think. I mean, listen, it's not outside the realm of possibility. I mean, I don't know how long it takes people to write these comic books.
I mean, this one has been done for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say this event's probably been done.
I'm just saying, it's not outside the realm of possibility that they probably
I've said
stole
this
it.
for a while, though. When we were recorded in the other place,
Yeah.
y'all let someone leak those.
That's what I'm saying.
And I'm so mad. 4 weeks. And you know, some of those people on the stream messaged me quite a bit.
I know, because we have a pact not to tell you.
I'm about to go through.
Someone
Fuck
broke
you,
that pact.
fuck you. Who broke it?
Me.
I was just. Oh my god! It's like no one's. This is stupid. I'm not even mad. I want to know who knew about this.
Literally everybody.
Okay, so that means that means Hannah Talk knows about it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Hannah does
definitely.
know about it.
What a two Okay, we talked about it in my corner.
Okay, well, let's do a quick little Coral's Corner. This is the next segment we like to call Coral's Corner.
What do you mean? No, corner is cut off from everybody.
Yeah.
You reefers ain't shit. I'm mad. God.
I don't know if the podcast reefers have a lot of crossover with the live stream
stream.
reefers.
Some of them do.
I mean, there's definitely the real ones for
All right,
sure.
Mark.
Mhm.
All right, Jesus.
Yeah,
All right, Gary.
yeah,
Okay. What the fuck, guys?
yeah.
Bros
Nobody,
before hoes.
nobody told you about the aquatic vampires.
And it's Pride Month.
yeah,
Yeah.
You kept a secret from the.
I think the entire story is building towards the aquatic vampires.
It seems like all of the. Okay, so it has something to do with. We obviously haven't hit it yet in the
Okay.
issues, but it has something to do with the heart of like where vampires come from is tied to Atlantis.
Oh, you're kidding me.
And so there's some like vampiric temple in Atlantis that everyone is converging
Oh,
onto.
yeah, great. That's exact. Run the first clip back. That's exactly what I said. And I swear to God, if it's, oh my God. I don't care.
Wait,
it's probably going to suck.
what's if it's what?
Because I said I wanted to be like Atlantis, but like kind of like, not like Tokyo, but like with like the neon and the lights. If I open up that I'm not even going to read it actually.
I will say, I don't think they're like sexy vampires. I think they're like fish vampires.
Well, yeah, they're aquatic vampires.
Okay. It's not even that big of a deal.
All right, well, this has been Coral's
Get me
Corner.
out. We're done. Bastards. Bridges are burnt and
You're gonna have to ask Kenzie about this when you see her in a few minutes.
And that's so shitty. Why was she keeping these lies from me?
Because she didn't want to hurt you.
Oh, what you did on camera. God, what a pod. Making me pretty and now you fucking telling me lies you've been holding for...
Listen, I'm sorry. Whatever. Anyway, we'll be back with what?
1 second. I do want to thank all of our Patreon people who have subscribed so far.
Yes, thank you.
All right. So we got Jay Rossetti. We've got Bullet Man.
Yeah, Caleb.
Egon.
Yep.
And R. Sheldon 7.
Ryan Sheldon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I was trying to protect anonymity just in case.
Oh, sorry.
It's Ryan
blew
Sheldon.
I just blew everybody up.
Thank you guys for joining so early.
Thank you, guys.
We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we're going to make it worth your while. Anyway, join us next week as we watch down Terrifier 2 and really learn what gay pride is all about. See.
Bye.
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 4 weeks. This whole job is just lies. Nothing here is just...
Thank you.